You're awake, by the way. You're not having a terrible, terrible dream. Also, you're not dead and you haven't gone to hell. This is your life now.
This is Rachel Maddow, the idiot dyke on the failing news network called MSNBC. The other day, she had liberals frothing at the mouth when she claimed that she would be releasing Donald Trump's tax returns from 2005. Breaking, we've got Trump tax returns. Tonight, 9 p.m. Seriously? Well, this sounds like a bombshell report. Rachel certainly did succeed in getting a lot of liberals excited, including that fat turd Michael Moore. He was just ecstatic. Turn on Rachel, MSNBC. Despite it being totally illegal to release someone's private tax returns, it was totally worth it to get some relevance back. Right, Rachel?
For the record, the First Amendment gives us the right to publish this return. It is not illegally published, nor are we fake. Pinch me, I'm real.
Really? Pinch me, I'm real! Yeah, am I watching the news or am I watching Care Bears? And secondly, yes, it is illegal to release someone's private tax returns. It is not covered by the First Amendment because releasing someone's private information is not free speech. A federal law makes it a felony for federal or state employees willfully to disclose any person without authorization, any return or return information. Well, that law's already been broken, so sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's take a look at this bombshell report.
What we have are these 2 pages, front and back, from the same 1040 form that you might have filled out when you file your taxes. And in terms of what's on here, let me give you the basics. Aside from the numbers being large, these pages are straightforward. He paid $38 million, looks like $38 million in taxes. He took a big write-down of $103 million. More on that later. If you add up the lines for income, he made more than $150 million in that year. Mazel tov.
Donald Trump is ruined! He's totally not my president anymore! So basically, Rachel let everyone know that Donald Trump paid $38 million in taxes. That's more than Obama, Bernie Sanders, and even Comcast, the company that owns MSNBC, paid. Not only this, but she proved that Donald Trump does indeed pay taxes, putting to rest this issue that's been blown up into something way bigger than necessary by the Democrats. She also completely ruined Michael Moore's evening. Clearly, the source of the leaked return is Trump himself. 10 to 20 missing pages with key info? This is to distract us from Russia! Michael, shouldn't you be stuffing your pie hole with pie? So what was the point of even releasing this kind of information? Who freaking knows? But we can all listen to Rachel Retard attempt to make this issue somewhat newsworthy.
Here's the thing, though. A full tax return for someone like Donald Trump would be a lot longer than the 2 pages that we have here. There are all kinds of schedules and notes and attachments that could be involved, all containing information about the president and his money.
Yeah, sorry, Rachel, but that's a really, really sad attempt at making this appear to be an issue when it clearly is not one. You already revealed that Donald Trump is actually pretty successful and also pays his taxes and pays a lot of taxes.
Why will he not release his taxes, his full taxes?
Maybe it's because he doesn't have to. So what will happen if Trump, as expected, does not release his tax returns? Legally, nothing. Though presidents and most presidential candidates have chosen to release their tax returns for the sake of financial transparency, there is no legal obligation to do so. Keep in mind, this comes from .Mike, a super crappy liberal source, and even they were forced to admit that Trump has zero legal obligation to release his tax information. So Rachel, your shrill, pathetic whining for information that is not even legally required is starting to get really, really old. You already exposed Donald Trump for being the successful businessman that he is. You can't spin this to benefit your agenda anymore. The funniest thing about this whole thing was that even though we already knew Rachel Maddow was a total idiot, all of her liberal friends were kind of forced to admit it as well. Brian Fallon, Clinton's press secretary, said, "Dems should return focus to Trump care tomorrow and the millions it will leave uninsured, not get distracted by 2 pages from '05 tax return." Rachel Maddow's epic fail. MSNBC host rickrolls social media on Trump's taxes and exposes a liberal weakness. Keep in mind, everyone, that specific headline came from Salon, the news organization that is so crappy, it literally makes BuzzFeed look somewhat reasonable. If Salon thinks you're stupid, the best thing to do at that point would to be consider banishing yourself from all of humanity. Possibly consider I don't know, euthanizing yourself or something, because that much stupidity does not belong anywhere near a modern civilization. All in all, Rachel probably pulled this little stunt to get her ratings back up. However, she ended up exposing Donald Trump as being successful, and she exposed herself as being a total moron. Rachel Maddow, you are a total idiot.